afternoon and welcome to the Stony Ridge Farm channel, guys. As you come in the door here, please pound that like button. It's great to have you. It's a beautiful sunny day. It's 60 degrees here on the farm, and I got a lot of junk laying around up here. So we're in the equipment yard today. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to stick around. So stick around. We're going to go look at the new baby calf. Yesterday I did a live stream over on Facebook, had a lot of people really like going at me about what I was doing with this cow that looked like it was about ready to calf. Well, it did calf and everything went great. Folks were saying, call the vet. You got to do this. You need to call this. You need to do that. You need to go pull that calf. You need to do all. I'm like, look, we need to let nature take its course. We need to watch what's going on for a little bit. So sometimes if you shut your mouth and you watch nature and farm and animals and you don't interfere, shut your mouth, meaning me shut my mouth, and everybody else shut their mouth and go and just watch nature, watch these animals, they'll be fine. So anyway, to those of you who are very, very concerned to the point of wanting to argue with me yesterday on Facebook, everything turned out wonderfully. You know why? Because I left the stinking cow alone. Now, you guys remember the Kubota RTV X1140? I haven't used it on the channel in, gosh, it's probably been 7 months, 6 or 7 months. I'm using ATVs and the little red Toyota a whole lot more. So thank you, Cash is King Trucking. Thank you so much, buddy. Let me adjust this. I've got a fuzzy fuzzball on the mic so you guys don't get a whole lot of wind. It's been a really windy spring, but thank you. Yeah, keeping an eye on the cows is what's worked, really. And what I'm getting ready to do is I'm getting ready to load something up. This is a Mirafount frost-free waterer, and I'm getting ready to install one of those. So you're going to get a future video on that. Yesterday, over on Facebook, we went and visited the tire water tank. We may do that again today. I think it'd probably be a good idea to show you guys what it looks like before we start and then what it looks like after we get some water in the tank. And I'll be installing a tire water tank later today. That video will come out this coming weekend. So stay tuned for awesome stuff, very educational stuff this weekend. So yeah, Cash is King Trucking. Before I pick this heavy thing up and load it up on the Kubota and take it down, how I lost weight, and you guys can tell I've changed shapes. Okay, I changed shapes to much more fluffy, from much more fluffy to much more fit. And how I lost the weight is I cut my carbs down, man. I cut my carbs down to 20 carbs a day. This is not advice. I'm a registered nurse. This is what I did. Consult your doctor or weight loss professional. But what I did was cut out carbs. I cut it down to 20 per day or less. 1 day a week, I spoil myself. I'll take myself and go get a milkshake or go out and get some Chinese food and load up on the carbs. That doesn't matter. But if you guys are on a mission to lose some weight, I'll tell you what worked for me. And I've lost nearly 80 pounds at this point, man. And I feel like $1,000,000. I feel like I could just jump over like Spider-Man. I could just jump over that Kubota. I just cut the carbs down. No fast food, no fast food, no fast food, no fast food whatsoever. That's garbage. It's not real food. It's garbage. No fake stuff, no fake cheese, no Easy Mac, none of the stuff with tons of additives. I just ate high quality food, high quality protein. It didn't break the bank because I ate a whole lot less of it. I did not count calories whatsoever. I only counted carbs. And I cut back, I'd have a beer, maybe 2 beers a night when I'm sitting down editing on the computer or fooling with something or getting done at the end of a long, hot day, which I still have an adult beverage from time to time, but I cut that out too. So I didn't go on a full-on sabbatical of not having a nice cold beer after the end of a long day, or badger's milk, so we call it. But I did cut it back. So to maybe 2 to 4 beers a week, maybe 5 beers a week versus 2 beers every other day or something like that. So that's carbs. It's just wasted calories. And it was all about self-discipline. So put that self-discipline, get that bee out of my ear, put that self-discipline to work, guys. It really does work. And it makes me, I feel so much better. just cutting that out. Some of you guys might be vegan or vegetarian. I went the exact opposite. I almost went full carnivore diet, but I do drink V8 juice and I do take a ton of vitamins in order to make sure that my nutrition level is good. And obviously it's worked. That's what I did. So, don't worry about the people on Facebook. They're just jealous, Wayne. Yeah, what it was, there was a whole lot of just angry moms is what I call it, because mothers have a mothering instinct, and I understand that, and homesteaders have a mothering instinct for their animals, and they'll cut backflips to do the best thing that they possibly can for their animals. And oftentimes what that leads to is you do too much and you're overdoing it, and you're actually causing more harm than you are good. And that's what I tried to explain yesterday on the live stream, and some folks just weren't having it. Especially it seems to be women that, and I don't want to single out women, but it seems to be more the mothering instinct, more the women that are probably anywhere from age like 45 to 75. I think they want to latch on and they want to coddle and care for, and I understand that, and I understand the mothering instinct, understand the fathering instinct here that I have, that I want nothing but the best for my farm, nothing but the best for my animals, nothing but the best for my family, for my life, for my lifestyle, and everything that I do. I try to excel at it. I try to do my very, very best. So it was pretty hurtful, some of the things that were being said yesterday on Facebook. But that's part of it. I mean, I'm out here, I'm on social media, and social media leaves the door open for folks to come at you with their fist drawn, ready to go. So, but I did get defensive. I absolutely got defensive. I just did low carb taco with white beans, no pinto beans. Carbs, beans are carbs, bro. Beans are carbs. I stayed away from root vegetables. I'm not eating beans. I'm not eating bread. No bread, no bread, no bread. Once a week, I do spoil myself. So instead of using beans, try avocado. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. And beef, high quality beef right here off the farm. I've eaten a whole cow since I processed a cow in September. I think it was September. I have eaten an entire cow. Among the chickens and stuff that we process too. It's a little bit windy out here, guys, so I'm sorry. Can people visit your farm? Faye, I simply do not have the infrastructure in place for people to come and visit this place. I am super, super busy. I am hitting it, running every day, every morning, including Sundays. Every waking moment has a purpose for me on the farm, and I simply cannot open the farm up yet unless I have some staff. So what that means is the farm has to earn a profit before I can pay an employee to come and help me manage the farm. So eventually, yes. Now, no. Okay. Howdy from McDonald. Beer is like drinking beer. Texas howdy. I've lost 27 pounds in 15 days. Only eat one time per day. You're doing it wrong. You're losing 20. You can't sustain that. So I'm going to tell you, as a registered nurse, I'm telling you what you're doing is wrong. You are starting an unsustainable diet program, and that's what gets people in this getting skinny, getting fat, getting skinny, getting fat, getting skinny, getting fat. You shouldn't lose 27 pounds in 15 days. You shouldn't lose any more than 5 pounds in 7 days. Okay. That's a lot of weight to lose. You should be losing 2 to 3 pounds per week or something like that, if you're doing it right. And you cannot eat. Here's how it works. Okay. I didn't know we were going to get to talking about this. We got Bill Gates to talk about. We got baby cows to talk about. We got cattle waterers. We got everything. But think about this. Okay. So it's all about insulin balance. Okay. Your pancreas produces insulin. Okay. Nurse Josh coming out here. You're producing insulin. Okay. When you eat one meal a day like that, you get a huge spike in insulin. Then you get that huge bam, and you hit the floor in your insulin. Okay. What that does is it takes your body into starvation mode. And what you're doing by eating one meal per day is starving yourself. What's going to happen after a few weeks or a few months or however it is, you're going to be so starved from trying to eat just one meal a day, and you are damaging your regulatory system, how you process foods and sugars. You're damaging that. It's better to eat 6 tiny meals per day than it is to eat one gigantic meal per day, or one medium size, or one small meal per day. So think about that, okay? That's not the way to do it. You cannot sustain a diet of eating one meal per day. It is completely unsustainable. What is sustainable is nibbling and grazing throughout the day, staying in the low carb, spoil yourself once in a while, and get good exercise and get out there and get that heart pumping, okay? A friend of mine said, well, your heart's only got a limited number of pumps, man. So if you exercise a whole lot, it's just going to end your life quicker. That is absolutely the wrong way of thinking. Absolutely the wrong way of thinking. So again, and I don't mean to shoot your diet plan down, but if you eat one meal a day, you are setting yourself up for failure. You just are, okay? I'm no diet expert, but I have been, I raced mountain bikes and I raced road bikes. I was a collegiate athlete, man. So I know a lot about nutrition and I know a lot about the human body. I tutored anatomy and physiology and pathophysiology back in the day. So I enjoy this. I enjoy the science behind it. That's why I farm. I love the science behind it. Now, without science, let's pick up this big old heavy water and we're going to deliver it down the hill right here in front of the house. And we're going to go take a look at two projects that are going on. And then we're going to go look at the cows. So let's load her up. This is a heat tube. This heat tube, it's plastic. It goes down in the ground and that helps retain the heat in the bottom of this water tank right here. Okay, so this brings heat up into the water tank and helps to keep the water tank from freezing in sub-zero temperatures. That's what this is a Mirafount. I believe it's a model 3235 two-ball system. We'll show you a little more here in a sec. All right, lift with your legs. There we go. Body lever. I try to explain that to my husband as he's had a hard time stopping for lunch while working. Yeah, no fast food. Just if you do have to do fast food, consider things like Subway, and instead of getting bread, get the egg white wrap. Okay, these are a lot of things that you can think about. I don't want to talk about diet the whole time today, but I did want to share that since somebody mentioned it. So this is the model 3390 Mirafount. Okay, Mirafount is not a sponsor of the channel. Did not get this for free. I paid dearly for all of these. This, I have 10 of these. So the first one is going to go in this week, and then I'm going to film the next one because I want to be well educated and well versed when I do film this. So that goes on a concrete pad, and that is a freeze-proof system. You can see inside here, there's a bunch of hardware and tubing, valves and everything like that. And inside here is a float valve also. This blue ball is part of the insulation process right here, okay? So that blue ball is what helps hold the heat in. And there are 9 more sitting right here. The Mirafounts come with everything you need in order to accomplish this task. So I'll take them down one after another, and we'll get them installed here on the Stony Ridge farm. I have 2 more tire water tanks that will be installed on the farm, and that's what we're going to go look at next. Cool. You guys having fun yet? Husband, I'm out, says Larry. Gluten. He has a gluten intolerance. I think we all have a gluten intolerance. I don't think bread's good for you. I love bread. Don't get me wrong. I love bread. Celiac disease is much more prominent nowadays, now that we know a little bit more about bread. Celiac disease is gluten intolerance, pretty much. So, yeah. I try not to eat bread, but man, I love biscuits and gravy, buddy. I'm going to tell you right now. I grew up on that stuff, man. Okay, we're going to cruise on up. We'll show you 2 parts of a water tank, a tire water tank. Okay. there's part one. Oh, baby. Your camera is going to be moving a little bit, guys, and I'm sorry about the wind. This is real time live. This is right now in North Carolina. Beautiful sunny day. So this is in process situation right here. Let me see if I can just turn the camera around so you guys can see a little bit better. Camera backwards. Turn that daggone camera there backwards. All right, there we go. Okay. Oh, this system makes it so hard. Come on. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. The platform I'm using is called StreamYard. StreamYard is a paid service that I use to help me stream on both Facebook and YouTube. So at the same time, this is our regular Wednesday night live. So what I have here is a ditch. Okay. And I dug 3,200 feet of trenches on the farm. That is the solar well up there from Lorentz Solar. And we've got all sorts of stuff laying around here. This is a Joby Megaflow float valve. This is our pipe that is going to feed this tank. That is our drain pipe. That drain pipe is going to go over in that hole that's completely full of water because we got a ton of water the other day. So yeah, Gates wants to tax your entire carbon footprint. Bill Gates isn't the president. Bill Gates doesn't make policy. So we're going to talk about that here in a second. So anyhow, this is the pipe. I just plumbed all this in last night, just before dark, right after the live stream. So I've got a T right here. The T runs off. There's a shut-off valve for this tank, and a tire water tank will go right here. We're going to go up and look at a tire water tank. But first, yeah, let's go up there and look at that real quick. And then we'll talk about Bill Gates in the middle of that field. We're going to talk about why he doesn't matter. How about that? But what he's doing is smart. Here we go, guys. Tell me where you're from. Where are you watching? Love to hear from you. There we go. This is the video that's going to come out this weekend. This is a tire water tank, guys. You'll get a little bit more of a teaser on Friday night. This is the shutoff valve. So there's a hole in the ground that goes to the shutoff valve. This is the water tank itself. And the drain that you saw outside of the ground down there, that is the drain. Now I've got to come up here and I've got to rake a little bit more of this dirt back just a little bit. And you can see that this is surrounded by gravel. So the cows have to step up on a gravel pad. This will have wood surrounding it at some point to hold that gravel in place. You can see the tire is partially buried and it's full of concrete. There's water in this tire tank, okay? There's water, and then there's, believe it or not, I had to use a Flex Seal product, and it's working like a charm. That is called Flex Paste, and that's what I had to use to seal my concrete, okay? And it's doing fine. There's a bowling ball in there. You'll learn about that too. All that info is coming soon. The water looks cloudy. The reason it looks cloudy is because there's a little bit of a film of pollen on the top right here, guys. This is the first permanent water tank on the Stony Ridge farm. Folks asked about, well, your cows are going to die of cancer because of that tire. No, they're not going to die of cancer. They make rubberized tire water tanks. Companies make these, guys. So this is something that is used throughout the world to help water livestock, bison out on the range, all sorts of stuff. So, yeah. This isn't the first rodeo. This isn't my first time. This isn't the first time anybody's used a tire water tank. So we're changing the camera around here. Let's see if I can get out of that screen. There we go. Now, did I bring my tripod? Nope, sure didn't. Let's talk about Bill Gates because that is part of the title of the video. So why does what Bill Gates does with his time and his money, buying land and buying farms, buying ranches, buying forest land, Why does that matter to me? And why is it such a huge hype on the news? Bill Gates is going to take over and cyborgs are going to run the world. Dude, Bill Gates is just making smart decisions. Okay. He's not buying liabilities. He's buying, um, uh, assets. And we all know land is going up. You think about in the 1990s, in the late 90s, land around here, even in the 2000s, when I bought this farm, land around here, you could pick it up for $1,000 to $1,200 to $1,500 an acre. The land that we're sitting on right here, I bought for $2,000 an acre. It was overgrown. It was a worn out old tobacco farm, and we're bringing it back. Now you can't touch land anywhere around here. And probably you guys can tell me how much land is per acre where you live. But for now, you can't touch land for anything under $3,500 to $4,000 an acre around here. So what Bill Gates is doing is not trying to run the world and trying to run the food system. Those ultra rich folks that are buying up land all over the country only own 1%, okay, of the land, okay, of usable land, okay. So there's no fear there. And I don't know why people fear folks with money are going to try and take away their freedoms and their money, but that's just not I don't think that that's the goal here at all. I think a lot of speculation's gone into that and a lot of news hype, okay? So if you're watching it and you're seeing it on the news, there's probably some sort of agenda behind it. So just beware and don't let people pull the wool over your eyes. The sky isn't falling all the time, okay? He's buying land for Elon Musk to land spaceships. There's probably enough room right here in this pasture for a spaceship to land. You know, buying land is a great investment. I'll just say that buying land is a great investment. Anytime I've ever bought land, I've always come out on top. Anytime I've ever bought any land, and I've bought and sold. I'm on, gosh, how many properties have I owned? By the time I was 23 years old, I had owned at least 7 houses. I bought and sold, bought and sold, bought and sold, and that's how I was able to afford, between that and the dual incomes with my wife and I. That's how we're able to afford the farm. So, yeah, it's smart. It's just smart. He's not buying liabilities. He's buying assets. And when you put that in your asset column, it's going to go up in value. So it's better than the stock market because they aren't making any more land. I think the fear that some rich guy is going to take over and force us to eat fake meat and all the, or control the food market, guys, I just think that's just not a reality really in the farm world. And this was sparked because I had somebody leave a comment like, don't let your dad sell his land. Bill Gates is buying up all the land all over everywhere, and dad's not selling any land. But eventually dad's farm will probably end up going up on the market because dad won't be able to take care of it. And I can't take care of his place and my place. So yeah. Who owns the meat processing plants? ? Individuals own the meat processing plants. So, and that's why we're building a butcher shop here on the farm too. So we can butcher our own meat. So we don't have to rely on anybody for anything whatsoever. Okay. When you do that, when you get yourself out of debt, this is diet, debt, Bill Gates, baby cows, waterers, everything, today's video. When you get yourself out of debt, which is a prison, it is a prison, it's a cage, it's something that forces you to have to go do the things that you don't want to do versus using your imagination and your brain to actually figure out a way to be successful on your own instead of going and punching a clock. And that's what debt does to you. Or there's also the financial security of having a good job that pays well and gives you good benefits. And sometimes that's the best way. It's absolutely the best way. I don't function that way. I just don't function that way. I worked public work for a long, long time. I was in the military. Boy, in the military, I stayed in trouble all the time because I just had ideas for ways we could do stuff to be more efficient, more thoughtful, more intelligent. And that's not typically in the corporate world or in the government world. That's not the way it works. So what's the optimal way to charge both batteries on a diesel truck that went dead over the winter? Take the batteries out and charge them, or put a battery tender on them? Yeah, that's what I do. Depends on your batteries. If you got deep cycle batteries, then they're probably still good. If you didn't buy deep cycle, I always try and buy deep cycle batteries. Then they're probably not good. So back to the farm, says Johnny Plots. Well, it's all farm, man. It's all education for sure, brother. We have 12 hectares of land in Germany. Yep. I got in my marriage. Awesome. I'm just scrolling through some comments here. Parker says, wow, that guy's ignorant. Who owns the meat processing plants? So they're small abattoirs all around. Abattoir is a fancy word for slaughterhouse. Cheap farmland, $4,000 an acre. Yep, there you go. Bill Gates wants to be a farmer like me. Look, I'll tell you, a lot of these folks that have worked these corporate jobs and have worked in offices for so long and have lived that life of being plugged into technology and indoors, and they do want this. They desire this. They desire what we're doing, and hopefully you guys desire it too. So let's see here. Virginia says, I'm not in debt, but I'm pinching pennies and just getting by. Well, Virginia, you need to find a way to not just get by. So you've got to get out there. You got to beat the bushes. Bushes will not drop money if you don't shake them. You have to find the way. You have to find the thing that you love. Okay. How many heard of 3D printed Wagyu beef? That's funny. George Burns says, I'm sure George just processed a pig. Next time we're going over to George. George says he's referring to a commercial meat story about there only being 3 processors under the same company. Yeah, our national food system is broken. We saw that during COVID because everything became scarce. Now beef is absolutely outrageously expensive because grass seed and fertilizer is absolutely outrageously expensive. So is the farmer seeing that? No, because most farmers aren't selling retail beef. They're selling beef or selling their animals at the cattle auction. The cattle auction's taking them to the feedlot. The feedlot's feeding them up and getting them fat, pumping them full of antibiotics and making them wade belly deep in manure, and then selling it to you as organic beef because the meat or the food that they're feeding the cows, which is the wrong food, which is not a food that's appropriate for ruminant animal, is organic. Okay, it can be organic, but if it's the wrong food, it's still the wrong food. MJ, we try to be kind here. The FJB doesn't really bring any. I mean, this isn't a political page, really. I try not to let my political views come out, and this isn't politics. This is finance. This is really, it's really about finance. Okay. The other day, I'll give you this one, and you guys can question this. Okay, question thought processes. I think it's a good thing to do. Question thought processes. So the other day, I pulled up on a guy that was right in front of my bank parking lot, and this guy was selling the FJB T-shirts and F this and F that, all about government and all this. And I pulled up and I asked him. I said, "Sir, are you a Christian? Are you conservative Christian? Do you consider yourself to be a conservative Christian?" He said, "Well, yeah, I'm a God-fearing American. I'm a conservative Christian." I said, "Well, don't you think your politics are kind of getting in the way of your religion there? Because if you have a shirt that says FJB, what does that say about your religion? It doesn't, to me. What does that say? That's kind of hypocritical. Would you guys say so?" And I'm not trying to get on a political soapbox. I'm just trying to say, are you putting your religion first, or are you putting your political beliefs first? In my opinion, you should put your religion first, and saying to F anybody is probably not a very Christian thing to say, or it probably wouldn't agree with any religion, I wouldn't think. So let me know. What do you guys think about that? There's a conundrum there. There's a little bit of hypocritical situation. So I got blocked on Facebook for the truth. Okay, buddy. I don't know what you got blocked on. Did you get blocked on Facebook on my channel, James? Tell me. All right. Sorry. If you post a whole lot of political stuff, or if you blast your car, this is the being subtly political. If you cover your car with Biden stickers or Trump stickers or whoever, Hillary stickers or whatever, if you cover your car with those stickers, then you just set yourself up to be a target. I would never do that. Okay, if my car's sitting in a parking lot, my truck's sitting in a parking lot, and it's blasted, covered with Trump stickers or covered with Clinton stickers or whatever it might be covered with, sharing my political opinion, I just run the risk of somebody vandalizing my vehicle, and that to me is not very smart. Is it? I don't know. If I'm going to advertise for something, I want to advertise for something that's good and clean and wholesome, and it's pretty hard to hate a farmer. I guess there's ways to do it. So, and if you don't care for somebody, just like you don't care for a dog or a cat or something that you don't like, ignore it. Oftentimes standing up and fighting only gets you into more trouble, really. So, and I have to learn that myself too, when I get bad comments. We were asking about James. I think it was James. Said that they got blocked. All of them. You're not blocked here, buddy. What's up, dude? All right. Enough of that halfway political conversation. Why would someone say that cows cause more pollution than I don't know, man. I don't know. They're, I don't know. Let's go see the cows. All right. Gorgeous day out here. Woo, I'll run over the fence post. All right, guys, bear with me. It's going to be windy for a second. We're going to cruise down. I'm actually going to grab the tripod, too. We're going to cruise down to the cows. I got rocks. That's project number 1 for the day. We're going to take a look inside the shipping container real quick, too. We're back to where we started. I need to look in the shipping container and count how many bags of concrete I have. It takes 7 to 8 bags of concrete in order to accomplish 1 tire water tank. At least 6 bags. So let me open this up real quick. Show you guys how to open a shipping container, because sometimes that's kind of hard for folks. So you've got 2 handles right here. You have to do both at the same time. And that's how you open a shipping container. Now, let's see how many bags of concrete I have. There's nothing in here. It's just totally empty. Can you see in there? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can totally see. 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 7. So I've got 7 bags right there. That's all the shipping container has in it. Hello! It's like having my own little private cave. I'll say it's 110 degrees in there, though, for sure. Okay, camera. Why are you turning that way? There you go, bud. Oh, good stuff. Don't forget to pound that like button. That's right, man. JB's John Biden. All right. Sorry, voice to text does not work too good. Causes as much pollution as a 747. Yeah. Voice to text doesn't work very good for leaving comments, man. I get a lot of comments that are like, "Ip up, eat up, eat it up, eat." What? What, bro? All right, let's shut up. We're actually just going to barely close this because I'm going to go back in here. But I don't want mice and stuff in here. Here's the trouble. Oh, come on, bud. There we go. All right. Closed up, ready to go. We're going to cruise on down and see the cows. got a new baby. We had a new baby last night. Folks that were watching the live stream on Facebook. By the way, that's a ProTech P240 post driver from Farm Fence Solutions. We'll be using that very, very soon, guys. So Luke, if you're watching, or any of my fencing buddies, we'll be using that very, very soon. Silver Dodge is up here. I think I'm going to get rid of Silver Dodge. And I think I'm also looking at getting rid of my Raptor. So I bought a Ford Raptor recently from my uncle. Got a good deal on it. Got such a good deal on it that I feel like I can trade it in and do pretty good. What I'm looking at is probably getting a new Ram Cummins so that I can pull horse trailers, stock trailers, cattle trailers. And my old Ram isn't big enough really to pull my skid steer. And I need to be able to haul that around to different areas, different farms. So got to do some work on Dad's place. Here we go. Folks are asking about the Mega Shop, the concrete pad for the Mega Shop. Here it is in all its glory. That's it. The shop building itself comes in on May the 13th. Start construction, should be done with construction by the 15th of June, hopefully. It's a 3 to 4 week process. That's just putting up the shell. That's not electrical, that's not lighting, that's not plumbing, that's not any of that stuff. That's just the shell of this insulated building, and it is huge. We'll have over 10,000 square feet of usable space. I cannot wait. I really can't wait to get the butcher shop going. Yeah. All right, here we go. I think I should just turn the screen around so you guys can see. If you're just joining the live stream, welcome. This is the Stony Ridge live stream. Every Wednesday we do a multi-platform live stream with everybody. Where we can be on Facebook and on YouTube. So some of the comments you guys might not see because you're on a different platform. I can get your friends and family a Ram deal. Thank you, Bill. I got a quote yesterday. Pretty good quote. Uh-oh, don't look at that. You didn't see that. Future video. Honeybees are doing good, guys. Later today, I'll be running the sawmill once I get my plumbing project done. A lot of folks ask about this gate down here. This gate was put in by Forever Fence and SWI Fence. You can Google those guys. There's a sensor I just ran over that opens the gate. It's a magnetic sensor. It actually picks up when something metal goes over. Okay. Next leg of the water project is going to be on this side of the farm. As soon as I get this, as soon as I do the water tank install, I'll be moving the cows from this pasture right here over to that pasture. You can see a difference in the green. There's a lot more green there. Okay. Now, let's see if I think Mom has taken off across the field. But number 18 was the cow that was in a moderate amount of distress yesterday. Number 18 is somewhere up there, doing just fine. Number 18 had been bred. That's what had gone on. Number 18 had been in heat, and pretty sure she got bred. Isn't that right, number 20? 13.5. You've got a little bit of discharge going on there, little lady. You've already had a calf. So cows gestate just like female women every 28 days. And the time they carry their babies is 9 months, just like a just like a human. I want to go into the pasture, but there's no way I can drive in. Not like this. So we may be cowboying our way over. Oh, look out, kids. Daddy's coming in. Daddy's coming in. Susie, Sue. Hey, girl. This is my Susie. She loves me. She whacks me with her tail. Susie. How you been, Susie Sue? You gonna let me rub on you? She said, I ain't trying to have that. Oh, you hurt my feelings. If you don't let me love on you, let me rub you right here. You like it right there. 500 people in here, guys. Pound that like button. Welcome to the farm. Let's go see our new baby. Get away from those mooing cows, man. They're loud. Good gracious. We'll do a little walk and answer some of your guys' questions. There we go. Do the cows get super moody also? Yes. The cows do get moody. This is Moody. That's Cody mooing. So they're a little grumpy at me right now because there's enough green grass here to sustain the cows without rolling out bales of hay for them. Well, they're so used to the easy way. In other words, they're used to just walking up and grazing up a big old bale of hay, 1,000-pound bale of hay, and then they don't have to walk all over the pasture to eat. All that's going to change soon as we get our water tanks in place. This is a little stump that I left for a scratching post. Cows need shade and they need a scratching post. And they'll all follow me. They're like big cats. They think I'm going to feed them or I'm going to move them or I'm going to do something that'll make their bellies get fuller. They all look good. Everybody's healthy, happy. Like I said, yesterday we had a little bit of a heated discussion with folks about me potentially needing to call out a veterinarian for a cow that was uncomfortable. Well, cow's going to be uncomfortable. There was a young cow that was having her first lady time of the month, I guess, first or second probably, and she'd been bred. And she was sore, and you could tell she was sore. She just couldn't seem to figure out what was going on, and it was probably just cramps. So we don't need to overthink this. These animals are tough. They're robust, they're strong, and they can take care of themselves in most cases. I just need to give them good food, good water, and a good pasture. So I'm going to turn the camera around. I can see our cow that had the baby last night. I believe that was number... Gosh, I've got to put it in my record. So as soon as we get done with the live stream, I've got to come over here and tag that calf's ear and then get my record book. Make sure we're keeping good records of everything that goes on. So I'm going to turn the camera back around for you guys so you can see what I'm seeing. All right. There we go. Beautiful day, guys. Thank you so much for joining me here on the Stony Ridge. If you guys have left super chats or stars, I haven't seen them, and I thank you so much if you have. I really appreciate it. Every bit of it helps. Geez, we don't see the doctor for, oh goodness, Crafting Panda. Some folks want me to call a vet out every time the cow farts. I don't know. I don't know. That just doesn't seem very appropriate to me. It can't happen. Not on a farm that's going to be sustainable and earn a profit. So this is new mama. This is number 8, Dale. Ask me why her name is Dale. Hey, Dale. Now, Dale's baby is probably over here in this broom sedge, in this broom straw grass. Okay. So we'll go over. I see it. We won't disturb it too much because I've got to get my hands on this calf. And once you get your hands on it the first time, that'll be the last time you touch them for quite some time. A nice, big, beautiful female. And that's her laying in the grass right there. We won't get too close. I'll zoom in for you guys. We'll talk a little softer now. You can see those eyelashes. Oh, it won't let me zoom. Well, we'll walk up a little closer. Hey, sweetheart. Hey, pretty girl. This is a young baby, young female that was born last night. And that was an angry, fussy mama cow. So everybody's coming over now. They all think I'm going to feed them. This is normal for a young calf like this to lay down, try to lay perfectly still. Mom keeps it clean so it doesn't have any smell. And that keeps the predators away. So this is totally normal. Now everybody will come and meet her. This is Mona and Cody. Yeah, come on up and meet the new friend. Getting warmer weather out here. The cows are getting slicked off, meaning their hides are getting slicked off, shedding that winter fur. Very, very social creatures, guys. You really don't realize how much of a family we have here until you get a new baby like this. Everybody has to meet them. Doesn't make the noise less annoying though, does it? All right, everybody. Hey, little bull. Got one bull that's a bit of a knucklehead. Yes, everybody. That's Freedom. Miss Butthead. Hey, Butthead. What you doing, Butthead? You want to butt me? That's Cindy. Cindy, you're about ready to have your cows? Have a baby? She's a fat one, guys. And these are a couple of the new babies that we have here. Very cool. Number 14's baby's getting a drink, and there's my sweetie. Hey, sweetie. How's my little sweetie doing? Yes, you're a very good girl. Yes, very good. There's a $1.99 super sticker. Thank you, Thomas. So this weekend we're having a forestry mulcher come in. My buddy Cody runs a forestry mulching company, and we're going to go in and we're going to clean all this forest up right here and make silvopasture out of it. Silvopasture is where the cows can graze in the woods. So eventually all of that will be fenced in. Also, this ridge line up here will be fenced in. It's a lot of work for sure. Cindy is probably going to have her calf by the weekend. That's my guess. And a lot of these guys should be calving by the end of the month. There's probably 7 to 10 more cows that are going to have calves. Lots of life coming up here on the farm. New life. Absolutely. All right, we're going to turn the camera around. We're going to take some questions, guys, for just a few minutes before we go. That's what the live stream is all about, is being able to connect with you guys and show you what's really going on the farm. And I hope you can appreciate that we can get out here and do this. So forestry mulchers are the way to go. Yeah, it feeds the land and it cleans it up for sure. You said earlier you'd like to breed your cows around the 4th of July. Do you have to keep the balls away from them in like May and June? The bulls. Did it say balls? Yeah, it did. Yeah, we got to keep the bulls away. Right now, we just have a couple of young bulls, so we really don't have to worry about that. But in the future, we'll take all the bulls out. They'll be in from the 4th of July until the end of September. Drake is in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. We got to get you back to the farm. I love Arby's roast beef sandwich with horsey sauce. Good deal. Enjoy obesity. No, I love Arby's roast beef sandwich too, man. It's just basically a salty meat sandwich. I'm just asking, friend, do you raise only for meat? Yeah, these are beef cows. Absolutely. How many acres? This is 150 acres. When you dig up the ground, do you ever find any amazing rocks? I find a ton of rocks and they all suck. You butcher your own cows or hire someone to do it. So if I've got to sell beef off the farm, my beef has to be processed by a USDA inspected facility in order for me to sell my beef off the farm. So have I sold beef off the farm? Just a little bit. I sold some hamburger. I want to be absolutely totally legal with everything that I do so that I don't have to hear no crap. If I'm going to butcher an animal for my own use, then I probably can butcher them in the butcher shop up here. That's a lot of animal. So we're talking a 1,400-pound animal to butcher. That is a lot of animal to butcher, and it needs to hang in a cooler. So tens of thousands of dollars would have to be put into the butcher shop in order to butcher a cow. But we may be doing it. Who knows? What does Bill Gates have to do with your farm? Man, you're late, Jamal. We were just talking about Bill Gates and how everybody's scared that, oh, Bill Gates is buying all the land up. He's going to control all the food. Bill Gates doesn't own even 0.25% of the land in our country. The ultra wealthy and the ultra rich don't control us. We are not their sheeple, okay? He's a person just like me or you. And I think he's making a wise investment in land and property. That's it. That's what Bill Gates has to do with my farm. That's what Bill Gates has to do with everybody's farm. Those people only control you if you let them control you. You get my drift? Tina, happy birthday. Tina, is it your birthday? I think I read in a comment that today is your birthday. If so, we're going to get 500 people to say happy birthday to Tina. What do you think, guys? If you'll ship your beef, I'll definitely buy some. We've got to find an affordable way to ship beef. And we also have to find an affordable way to have a helper on the farm because I can't do it all. So, won't running the cows in the woods allow them to compact the soil and the roots? No, it doesn't compact the soil. It doesn't compact the pasture. How would that compact the soil and the roots around the, it won't. It's silvopasture. So it's not like these cows are going to be parked and standing still. Right? But boy, they sure are following me around. So Tina, did you say it was your birthday? Hold on. 39 years young. Well, congratulations, Tina. I hope you stay 39 forever. Everybody give Tina a big happy birthday. This will make her day. She's a big fan of the YouTube channel for sure. Been here for a long time. I say YouTube channel, but everything channel. Awesome. Now, quick shout out to you guys. I'm on TikTok. And if you guys are not watching TikTok, I get it. But I am over on TikTok, and we're bringing some of the farm to TikTok and Instagram. So TikTok, Instagram, Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. We're all over the place, guys. And we're on the RFD TV network now, too. So something that's really flattering, the RFD TV app has a lot of Stony Ridge Farmer videos. They do follow me like puppies, don't they? What about the creek? Well, we're going to fence out the creek, buddy. Just think about what the most common sense, intelligent thing to do would be. And that's what I'm probably going to do. I don't want the cows in the creek. I don't want the cows in the pond. I don't want the cows in any waterway. However, when I applied for the grant money that farms like this, small farms like this, get for helping build water systems, and we're putting in a $50,000 water system here, it's expensive. It's a lot of work, a lot of time, and a lot of money. I was denied. So the guy that's doing it right is denied, and the guy that's doing it the wrong way gets rewarded. It seems to be a backward system to me. I'm looking down here at something. So it's honeybee swarm season, guys, and I've got my eyes peeled for honeybee swarms. All the time. How many of you guys have seen a honeybee swarm this year? How are you doing, little buddy? All right. Just asking. Yep, Les. Gotcha, buddy. How many acres are needed for each cow sustainable? It just depends. It depends on the quality of your forage, the place where you live. You know, my buddy Mike with Our Wyoming Life, great YouTube channel, guys. If you follow him, tell him Josh sent you over there, Stony Ridge. So my friend Mike, he actually does ship beef off of his farm, and they raise cattle out in Wyoming, and it takes like 30 acres per cow. Here, typically, acre and a half per cow. But we're trying to bring that up with this farm here, okay? And the way we're going to do that is by building the soil and building high quality forage. So that's the goal, to be able to run 2 to 3 cows per usable acre of land. So do you have bees? Yeah, Virginia, where were you? We drove by the honeybees just a little bit ago. We'll have some honeybee content coming soon. It's really hard for me to film with the honeybees. Maybe we'll do a live with the honeybees next week. Are you going to work on your other channel? Yeah, Jamal, there's another channel I've started. It's called Trail Monkey, and it's me mountain biking. It's where I'm going all around the country, all around the state of North Carolina, all over everywhere, and going to mountain bike trails and showing you guys cool places to go hike and bike and have fun. So it's not all farming. So hi there from Lexington, the barbecue capital of the world. Oh, those Kansas City people might argue with that. Those Missourians. And then Missourians are tougher than us North Carolinians. Right, Cody? Right? Cody is Dad's cow, by the way. All right. The bee swarms are the best to capture because they're more tolerant of local diseases. I agree. Totally agree with that. Totally agree. So we're going to do a few question and answers here. Mustang Josh videos coming soon. Yeah, you saw that just when we drove through up there? Yeah. Got a little fox body Mustang up there. You know, part of the channel is mechanical and automotive content. So the cows are really verbal today. Very verbal. The reason they're that way is because I let them out into here and let them graze just a little while back, and there was better quality grass out there, so that's why they're fussing. Yep. Thank you, Jamal. Appreciate it. I think it's Jamal. How often do you change your bull out to prevent? Lord, we're gonna have to get out of here. Peace out. See y'all. We got to get away from the cows so they'll shut up. All right, so the plan with the bull. Let me back out of here. Woo, don't back into nothing. This thing's a little bigger than the four-wheeler. All right. Hopefully that's a little bit quieter. Lord, good gracious. There's plenty of wonderful tall green grass right over the hill from these cows. They just want me to feed them a bale of hay. And I'm not feeding them any more hay unless it's absolutely necessary this year. All right. Now, when do I do the bull? So I'll bring the bull in typically on the 4th of July, the week of the 4th of July. That way we have our babies around the middle of April, okay? Beginning of April. So that's it. I have a 40-acre homestead just starting off. Love your channel. Thanks, James. Can you name the new calf baby Tina or TT? Yeah, we'll name her. For your birthday, Tina, we'll name the baby calf Tina. I probably won't be keeping up with names any further, but yeah, just for you, for your birthday, we'll do that. Much land do you need for one cow? It's what we were just talking about. You really can't get just one cow, and I mean, you can get just one cow, but you'll just be feeding it hay. So, but typically an acre to an acre and a half is around about what folks do here. How old do you let your layer chicks get before introducing them to the flock? I let them get big enough to where they can run real fast or defend themselves. And I only introduce, if I've got 5 adult birds, I want to introduce 10 young birds. If I want to double up, so I want to slowly introduce those. If I have 15 older birds and I've got 15 young chicks, I want to take out 10 of the big birds and then slowly work the big birds back in. And that way the baby chicks don't get pecked. Okay. Do you ever butcher calf for your freezer? we butchered a cow for the freezer, but I'm not doing it myself. No, I have a USDA inspected facility do that. Do you seed any grass for better pasture? We got to get you out here we got to get you over on Facebook, bro. We got to get you over there so you can see what we're doing. So we're rolling out hay bales. We rolled out somewhere in the neighborhood of 225 hay bales this year. Those hay bales are packed with nutrients, grass to feed the cows, and grass seeds. So I don't need to overseed the farm. The only thing I did do this past year was I broadcast seeded both this pasture that's behind you guys on the camera and this pasture with 2 varieties of clover. And hopefully that those 2 varieties of clover will help fix nitrogen to the soil, and thus we'll have better pastures and good high quality protein. So, any quail on the farm? Nope, no quail. Great show. Thanks, Bob. Appreciate it. Now you know. Now you know. Big bird, PPS yellow. Don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I do know that the cows are very needy today. That you learn these animals and you learn their moos and you learn whose moo is who, and that was Susie. Are you going to do any hunting this year? Edward, yes, I'll do some hunting this year. I will probably not take the camera along because hunting and fishing is one of the things that I enjoy doing by myself. No camera, no work. I mean, this is work. Make no mistake about it. It is a lot of work to bring this content to you guys. Have you ever recorded the process of taking your cow to the USDA facility? Yes, I did. Look back about 3 months and you'll see what's it like to take a cow to the butcher. They are spoiled. They're absolutely spoiled. I'm just looking into setting up bees this year, trying to add to our goat farm. Small 1,200 square foot garden. Steve, if you haven't taken a beekeeping class yet, I suggest that you do that prior to starting your bees, or read the book Beekeeping for Dummies. Educate yourself prior to getting started and start with 2 hives, okay? We'll do some honeybee content here in the very near future on the farm. We may do that next week if it's not raining on the Wednesday night live or Wednesday live. Do you milk any of them? No, these are beef cows. I don't milk any of them. Check with your local beekeeping association in your county, too. That's a good resource. I have 10 acres. Is 4 head too many for 10 acres? You have 10 acres, you really can't raise cows. You just can't raise beef cows. 10 acres is, you're just going to have a mud hole, an overgrazed mud hole. You need more land than that. You need more land to raise animals like this. Maybe you could get by with 2 cows, but you can't really rotationally graze them. You just have to basically open up that pasture to those cows and let them eat the grass. It's just not a very sustainable way to do it with that small of a piece of property. I hate to say that, but that's the rub. So think about a smaller animal like sheep or something like that, or goats. Listening in while hauling wheat to the grain mill. Awesome. Awesome. Spring's finally here. Yeah. Okay. Only sheep then. These are all Black Angus cows. Yep, absolutely. Yesterday's snow almost is melted 50 degrees here. Wow. Can a beef cow be used for milk? Yeah, you can milk a beef cow if you can catch them. Susie might be one that I could hook up to and milk. But am I really that thirsty? No. It might be a novelty. It might be fun, but that'd be it. So, well, folks, I've got work to do. I got to go. I've got to get these 2 water tanks ready to go in. The entire water tank is going in today. I got a video coming soon with that. So I've got to plumb in everything for my mirror fount, which is on the back of here. Got to put the tire water tank in, pour the concrete in there, go for a mountain bike ride, and come back and run the sawmill till dark. That's a lot. That's a lot to do today, and I can't wait. Folks, pound that like button on your way out the door. If you're on Facebook and you're not following on YouTube, jump over and subscribe on YouTube. If you're on YouTube and you're not on Facebook, go over to Facebook and check it out. If you're not on Facebook, then don't worry about it. Instagram, get lots of little snippets of stuff that's going on here and some funny stuff. Like when I blasted myself in the face of the water down here the other day, I've got a tiny clip of that over on TikTok. So TikTok is addicting, isn't it? Oh, it is. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. There's good information out there. Please pound the like button on your way out the door. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And I'll see you next time on the Stony Ridge. See you this weekend. Awesome, very educational, fun videos this weekend. See y'all. Take care. Woo!